Hey.
So we back at this again with Catherine.
Amanda. Hi, everybody, and hi, Amanda.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Catherine.
Welcome back to the 10th episode of
What the Talk.
Yes. 10 episodes. You heard that. We already said season 1's going to have 10 episodes, but the people were like, we can't do that. We need a bonus track because we have people so many questions. Oh, can you believe they love us?
We their daily drug, but they obsessed with us.
It's so annoying. But we here, we listen to y'all, all the questions that you guys asked and all the points that you guys had. We're gonna do like a bonus track where we go over all the episodes and then we bring up your points. We give you shout outs, everybody that who listened and give us feedbacks. We're gonna make sure it's
yeah, and don't forget, drop down your questions. What you want us to clarify. We're not expert now, but we could drop a sense or two.
Exactly, because sometimes we say things and then you guys, we don't explain it as well. So that episode is going to clear everything up for you. So if you have any questions, if you have more questions, hit us up.
What the Talk 509.
Okay.
I'm starting having a radio voice.
But did you know that dogs have no eyebrows?
Really? Wait, hold on. Now you gonna make me pull up a picture of a dog. Wait, hold on. All dogs?
All dogs. No dogs have eyebrows. Check it out if you don't believe me. Like, everybody pull out your phone and Google dogs. Please tell me if one has eyebrows.
They really don't.
Exactly. Fun fact. Shoot.
So if you're a girl out here and you got no eyebrows, it's okay.
Wow. How is that a compliment? Shout out to the person who gave me that fun fact. It was Nashmaita.
Not sure. No, I mean they're cute. But Jean's zero fair. They don't need eyebrows.
Look at her trying to find out. Like, can you just believe my fun fact? Like, I check my facts before I come here.
Okay,
and tell
my bad. We only spilled the truth.
But second one, you know that heels were made for men?
Yeah, duh. Who didn't know that?
I didn't know that. Heels were made for men.
Yeah,
you knew
like
that?
King Henry III and stuff that had heels. Didn't you see the pictures and stuff? They had wigs and everything. All of that for men. But
what?
Yeah,
that's
history.
Anyways, I didn't know that. For the people that didn't know, like me, they did it for confidence. Because these short men, like we talked the last time, they were less confident, so they did heels for them. But
okay, that I didn't know.
I don't know why women wear it now.
Wait, it was for confidence?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Anyways.
Well, they got too much confidence and they don't wear it?
I don't know how we got to. Anyways, La Baleine sleeps for 30 minutes. That's all I know. So, Amanda, like...
Okay, if I believe in reincarnation here, I would not be a baleine. That's all I'm saying. 30 minutes?
30 minutes. The big blue whale, right? I wish I could be a La Baleine because I spend so much time sleeping. It's a waste of time.
Yeah. When you don't get enough sleep too.
Yeah, I know. Sleep is good, but it's a waste of time.
That's what you think.
Oh my God. Anyways. Oh, look at what we did. We said that anyways.
Yes, we got a complaint general announcement for our anyways.
Yeah.
What anyways? You know who I'm talking to.
Somebody told us that we always say anyways and we start laughing. Well,
anyways. I'm being petty.
Okay. I almost said I don't know what word to say now. What the heck? Okay.
Like, anyway, it's like,
all right. Next.
Yes. Okay. Next.
So our topic for today, like you guys already know, we started this relationship series. Look at how my voice changed from being jokey to serious. She's about to get serious out here. Today we're talking about marriage. We're not experts, of course. Okay, so I'm not married.
I'm married, but I'm not an expert. Okay, I'm not.
We're not the best to speak on this, but we're just here to share what we got with you guys. And if you guys have any tips, you could always let us know as well, so we could learn and share with the other people. Yeah. And it's mostly for marriage for millennials. Is it millennials the word?
Millennials.
Millennials?
Millennials?
Are we millennials?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We're deep there.
Okay. Well, marriage for people like us, for young black people like us. And also you guys already know we started with singleness, we did in a relationship, now we're into the marriage part. So this is what we got going on for you today.
And it's not only for the marriage couple we're doing this, like whatever people, whoever you can learn from it.
Yes, if you're prepared, because what our title is before the wedding day and after the wedding day.
Mm-hmm. So, and after,
so the before the wedding day, and after the wedding day. These are the 3 points that we got going on for you today. Okay?
Yep.
But my only question is love enough?
No.
Why wouldn't love be enough? Like, what the heck?
Because we're taught, like, in Hollywood's our days, like, around us, we're always taught, like, love doesn't pay the bills. Love is not enough to sustain us.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. Like, wal manger l'amour. You know, like, they say that a lot. Like, so wal fa l'amour, ok, l'amour. Est-ce que l'ka bon manger? Moun nan pa men l'argent, but l'amour. What is the love gonna do? I hear that a lot, but it bothers me because why wouldn't love be enough?
Well, to me, like we said, we all Christian here. Like, love, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be enough. It's supposed to be the center of it all. Love. Love is patient, kind, tender.
It accepts it all. Then again, okay, then, ça veut dire love is enough.
Yes. Okay, bon. Yes. Yes, it is enough, but we're taught that it's not.
Okay, well, we need to clarify that because l'amour is enough. Et puis point blank, period.
That's it.
Nan l'amour gen tout l'autre bagay tant kou affection, autant de moun nan bon manger, security, patience. It all falls into the love. Ou chita la wap di moun remem, but you don't listen to me. You're not patient with me. You're being rude to me. You don't take my feelings into consideration. Ou pa remem vre. Ou komon sa abzou la?
So it comes back to come see love. Love is pure, okay? Mm-hmm. And I feel like the people, the players, men and women, that comes into love, that falls into love.
Into feeling.
Yeah, into feelings.
And call it love.
Yeah, and they call it love. Because a lot of people do not, I truly believe a lot of people do not truly experience love. The true love we're talking about here.
I don't know why we have to put true in front of love.
The love. That's it.
Yes.
But because you see, now they come out with the true love, because there's a fake love obviously here.
Yeah, but so dim true love. False love?
Yeah,
like
false
the
love.
thing just
the
love.
feeling of love is the fake love, I guess.
Okay, anyways,
we'll go into that another time. But like, I feel like the fact that those two people that actually experience true love and those people that have been hurt by, well, not by love, by people, but you always hear like, oh, I'm hurt. I F love. Like, love it for me. That's it.
So they blame love instead of the people that did the thing to them.
Exactly. Love is innocent, bro.
Oh, poor job. Free love.
I'm sorry, you know?
But love isn't lazy. So when they come out telling me that, oh, love doesn't pay the bill. Yes, love do pay the bills.
Because if you love me,
exactly.
You do the work, actions.
Love is a verb.
That's it.
Et puis that's it. 3 point blank period.
Bon, nous tout fini là. Au revoir.
Nous fini. But you know, I wanted to get that cleared up before I ask my second question. Because I asked all the people around me, I asked you guys before, I don't know if it was before or after you guys got married, what did you do to prepare for the marriage that you're in right now? Okay? I don't know if I asked you, but maybe I asked your husband. And I try to ask that with all the men that I see in my life. I'm trying to understand, what is the thought process that's going on into your mind? What the hell do you think marriage is? Because marriage is so expensive. And talking about just the day, I'm not even talking about all the work that comes after.
It's not even expensive. All that preparation, Catherine. All that mental.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
The mental is one. Women might focus more on the financial because you're so ready to get married. You're not going good. They literally have like $500 in their bank accounts. Don't you know a marriage is like $10,000, $20,000?
That's the cheapest one.
Yeah. Like, what the heck you mean? Ou pal marié, ou pa gen $1,000 save up at least, because depuis premier jour propose l'on commence à spend money.
Even the ring.
You go find that place. If you're getting a ring, you know, you have to spend like
at least the minimum $1,000 at least. But the average, I'm talking about the average.
Is that like a cheap ring? Is it really like $20,000?
Girl, the cheap rings, the cheapest is $1,000. If you go up in size, we could like 20K, 40K, easily.
100,000, like 50K. That listen. Anyways, but pour montrer que ou dit let's say that you're talking about the wedding day that's coming up. You're so excited to propose. Combien quoi vous gagnez bank account nous? What did you do mentally for that marriage? Parce que oui, travail a commencé après mariage, jour mariage, that's what they say, but no, that work starts
before.
Depuis là, on a relationship, là, when t'as parlé de relationship, depuis là, single.
Yes.
That damn work started. So what are you doing now in the stage that you are at now to get ready for the marriage? So that's my question to like all the young peoples. And it's like, what is it that you're doing? Moi-même, I would advise to start saving. Because the minute that you say yes, the lady says yes, you are the lady, you gotta start saving the place. That's another, like, on met ton 3,000 down. Wash the decoration, ou besoin 5,000. Ou besoin cake là, on a $600. Ça, c'est sous besoin cheap cake. And it's all these things that you have to book. You gotta put cash down, and guess what? You can't go to mommy and daddy.
No, but I was just about to do not... Girl, oh boy, do not rely on mommy, daddy, grandma, auntie, seule l'église, because all of them gonna bail you out.
And they're all gonna promise you money.
Just to make it sound good.
I'm telling you, they're all gonna promise you. Sometimes I don't think it's the people's fault, but at the moment, everybody's like so excited, so they're all offering.
Oh, I got you for the cake. I got you for that.
Do not make plans on money that's not in your hands at your wedding day. Si l'argent pas en dans bank account, do not make plans.
Même dans bank account là.
Things come up, eh?
I remember when my wedding day, we had money, and then I don't know, we had to pay for something, and all of a sudden, on bill passed that I did not even expect.
Okay, so prepayment.
Yes. Okay. So I'm telling you, and then especially when you're preparing those type of stuff, like wedding, you know, Kat, and you're a wedding planner. So,
guys, I plan wedding, by the way.
Yes.
Anyways.
So out of nowhere, you start like you plan for something, but I don't know where something comes up. Yeah. And that's life for you.
Ça veut dire, avant mariage, that was our first point. You know, we were to say before the marriage and the wedding day, plan for the wedding that you're doing emotionally, financially. Make sure you're doing the work for the wedding.
That's it.
Okay.
And I have a little thing, like every marriage go through cycles. And here we're going to talk about a few tips.
Okay.
On how to keep the love alive. And yeah.
Ça veut dire love la kon die? I'm gonna let her answer that later. I remember before we started the last episode, I actually had a question for you, and you said you were gonna answer this episode, and you didn't answer my question yet.
Wait, hold on.
I had asked you, do you think it's important for me to disclose the amount of, like, my body count?
Ooh,
do you think it's good for people to bring up their body counts?
No, do not bring up. Everybody listening to me. Do not bring up your body count.
Is it the same for men and women? Like, as a man, am I not allowed? Is it not okay? Is it not good for me to know how many people you've been sleeping with?
Well, honestly, I'm not trying to be biased here, but for men, it's not held against them as much as women.
Yeah, that's what I hate, huh?
You know? Like, if a man come up to me like, girl, I slept with like 500. I think there was a rapper that said that. Oh, I slept with like 1,000 women. And he was only like, what, 19, 20. I think Blueface, something like that. But like...
And I'm sure he was macho man. He had experience.
Exactly. He wow, got your own gentleman. But a lot of people was like shocked. But if a woman would stand up and say, I slept with 1,000 men, she would have been seen like as a scum of the earth.
Exactly.
Like dirty.
So if you're trying to tell me if I'm a man, it's okay for me to disclose it, but if I'm a woman, don't.
No, for both, don't. Because insecurity in the relationship, all of that, it's best you keep that in the past. It shouldn't matter.
Exactly. So
it shouldn't matter at all.
The amount of people that I slept with before I met you shouldn't matter when I meet you?
No, it shouldn't.
Et si les amis ou sleep avec?
That's different. That's really different, Captain. Now, if you smash the homie, you better let your man know. Because, you know, when you get into argument, alcohol and all that stuff, and he blurs out, well, you know, you ain't the first one that taste the cake. I ate it too. Like, I didn't know it was somebody that said that. Ray J. He said about Kim Kardashian, I ate it first too. You know? Came out with a whole full song. It's best you let that person know. So when it comes out, I already know she already disclosed that to me. It didn't matter.
As a man, you shouldn't even ask me that.
Yeah.
First of all. I feel like it's disrespectful for you to be asking me that because I feel like men use it against us.
Oh, yes.
Like they find that their queens are such queen. Like they could be around doing all their things, but the minute that their girl is doing it, they make sure they're saving the girl that is the virgin, the girl that is the good girl for marriage. So when they come to that girl and they find out you've been with 10 other people, it's like, what the heck? You're just like all these other girls that I've been playing with, and you don't think that these girls you're playing with are marriage material? Like, what do you think about? You know what I mean?
But that's the crazy thing. Like, you over here messing up with all these girls. Okay, our moment the name is gonna add up. Okay,
exactly.
And then if you're around the circle, sometimes you see that guy that goes to like somewhere else to go find a girl that's a pure virgin. Et puis tout ça t'es utilisé, he come flaunt with her little virgin around.
Yeah.
Like, here's my little virgin wife. Like, she's pure. She's not like y'all, but you slept with me though.
Exactly.
Like,
Ça veut dire you part of the problem. Like without you, I cannot have all these body
can't be
counts.
A thought, basically.
So be considered. I feel like as a woman, I would never tell. Don't ever say the amount of people you slept with unless you think that your man's gonna encounter that person.
Yes.
Meaning that they're gonna be close friends, or they're gonna be in places together, or they're gonna be talking together. Now you don't want him to be looking like a fool.
Yeah.
So let him know, like let him.
And then he's gonna think like some way, like, okay, bro, like, why didn't you tell me?
Anyways, now that you answered my question,
yes,
the wedding day.
Yes, the wedding day.
On the wedding day, it's a day that is really, like, it's a good day that people look forward to. You could talk about it. You had a wedding.
I feel like the wedding day is like a fairy tale. Like, you expect everything to go out perfectly. You start getting hints because throughout the day, it's all about you.
Do you think they hype it up too much?
Yes.
It's not that deep?
I mean, I really don't care for anything, so... But I feel like it's too much. Like, oh my gosh, the bride, the groom. Mm-hmm. I get it. But it's like, when you have that whole day, it's like center around you. Mm-hmm. And then, boom.
Reality sets in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Day's over. You're no longer the princess or the queen of the day now. The bills are coming in, all that. Like, yeah. I feel like it's overrated a little bit.
The only thing I could say for the wedding day, don't spend your last on the wedding day because there's life after the wedding day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Exactly.
And one thing I think people should do is on the wedding day, they should write letters to each other about each other. On the hype day that you're so happy about your wife, you're so excited, sit down in the middle of the day that all the people are telling you you're beautiful, write something about your husband, write something about your wife and put it in a box. The day that you have your first fight, go into that box and each of you I'm gonna take your letter, you're gonna take mine, and then we're gonna read all these words because on that wedding day is the day you're gonna be saying all these beautiful things.
Yes.
Your wife is looking pretty.
Because it's fresh too. Like,
yeah.
It's like when you get new shoes. Like, it's
people
new.
are hyping you up. You on the high. So write all these beautiful words, and then when you're mad, you're gonna be reminded of why you picked that lady in the first place.
Yeah, why did you choose me or what did I choose you?
Exactly. So when you read each other's letters, you could decide, oh, this is nonsense. Like, it's bigger. My love is bigger than whatever this is. And then move on.
And then you'll be like, 5 minutes later, like, bro, really? I wasted 5 minutes of my life on this?
And then it's like after every time that you've been mad, for example, have you ever got out of the argument? Like, let's say that you were mad with your husband and you spent 2 hours not talking to him. After these 2 hours, do you ever tell yourself, I spent a great 2 hours. I'm so proud of these 2 hours that I just spent. Or is it always like, I just wasted 2 hours of my life?
It's regrets. Like, it's like really like people out here dying and we over here like fighting over like petty stuff.
Exactly. You see what I mean?
And sometimes it's so petty, bruh. It's like, you know what? Sometimes I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Of course, we get back to it and we fight. But it's just like, sometimes you realize, like, this doesn't matter. 2 minutes from now, 30 seconds, while we're doing this, does this matter right now? Like, no.
So it's always a good thing to ask yourself, like, instead of wasting all this time, if you know you're going to work it out anyways, just sit down and talk about it and don't waste the time of being unhappy when you could have been enjoying happiness with your wife or your husband for these 2 hours.
I think you told me something before. You told me like when you're frustrated or whatever, you ask yourself those questions. Will it matter from now? And you start laughing, you'll get better.
Yeah.
Your mood.
Do I force myself to laugh?
Yeah.
In the sense that if you start laughing for no reason, yourself is gonna start laughing at yourself laughing for no reason. So I asked myself, I'm like, well, will this matter in 3 minutes or 5 minutes or in 2 days? No. Will it matter in 5 minutes? No. So I just laugh, or I just tell myself a joke, or I tell myself literally like laugh right now, laugh out loud. And I start laughing and I'm like, oh my God, you're so stupid for laughing. And then it automatically changes your mood. And
and you move on, and then, life goes on.
Going, yeah, and you go to the after the wedding day.
And you could even impact the other person.
Exactly, because them too, when you come to them and you're laughing, you're all happy, your mood changes, the way you're approaching the problem changes, and then boom, it brings us to the day after the wedding day. What advice you got? Because you're the married woman, so I'm all ears.
After the wedding day, after you lay in that bed in the hotel, you're getting back home from that honeymoon if you went on the honeymoon. Reality sicked in. And one thing I always think about is schedule time together. Prioritize your spouse.
Okay.
When I mean that, it's like life gets in the way. Family, co-workers, friends, all of that. You always have to put your spouse in front. Whether it's your wife or husband, you put them first.
Okay, so you said two things. You said prioritize, and you said spending time.
No, schedule time.
Schedule time. Okay, so you would advise people, the tips you got, first tip is to schedule time together and make it a priority.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So in that sense, what examples of scheduling a time together, like, wouldn't it feel like a schedule, like, wouldn't it feel like work if I have to schedule time to see you every time? Like, it's not even genuine anymore if I have to like schedule time with you. Like, I feel like it's like planned, like I'm literally writing scheduling time with my wife or with my husband.
But it's like throughout our day we have a schedule, Catherine. It's not like, oh my gosh, okay, 9 p.m. okay, we gotta be back in our bed. Like, it's not like that. It's just like you make time for that person. That's it.
What examples of time with that person do you use?
Like have date nights.
Okay.
And if you don't have that luxury, because some people do have kids after marriage, what you could do is put the kids to bed, and you have a candlelight dinner in the kitchen, like regular stuff. Just take that little time for each other.
Okay. So you say the kids go to bed and you and your husband take time, but you'd be mad tired though. Like if I'm like so tired, like people don't have time for that.
But that's what I'm saying. You gotta make it a priority.
Okay, so
don't say like, oh, I'm tired. Like brush it off you're gonna be tired regardless every day. But you gotta make the effort to make that little time or that big time, whatever time you have for your spouse. Because at the end of the day, if you don't make time for it, it's gonna lack, and whatever lack fails.
Okay. And you say date nights. So lots of date nights and so like on my birthday, Valentine's Day is fait criver là. Ça veut dire a special occasion, no?
Yeah. Not only special occasion.
Okay.
Not only because you can't only celebrate those holidays like anniversary, something like random, like, okay, we come from work, both of us, and we're tired. Like you said, okay, I don't feel like cooking. You don't feel like cooking. Let's order in. And you spend that time. You watch TV or whatever you enjoy doing with your spouse.
Okay. A question that I had for, a little tip that I had for date nights. I know I'm not married anyways. But it's get dressed and literally go out. Because I feel like when you tell me we order in, I don't feel like cooking, you don't feel like cooking, I don't put the effort that I used to put in the beginning of our relationship to get pretty for you. Okay? So when we get into the thing, we just get dressed and we order in, which is great. I spend time with you, but literally I'm watching TV. So yeah, I'm spending time with you, but we're not really spending time together. We're not talking. Okay.
Oh, I see.
So I feel like when you get dressed, like when you and your husband, I like when you say schedule a time, it's a good thing. Yeah, it sounds whatever, but it doesn't matter. Make it a priority. Non, sens parce que là où get dressed, ou konnen depuis lundi, my baby's taking me out. You go shopping for a dress. You make sure you go all out. You do your makeup. You get dressed. Your whole mood switch. Yeah, you're tired, but you do your face. You look popping. And your husband looks good. And then it reminds you, it keeps whatever that you had going in the beginning, you keep falling back in love with that person. Because moun nan pa just slack. Après mariage, yo just slag you koyo. And then mumu sou yo, vant yo ap go. And then on both sides, nothing's wrong with mumu. But you gotta, the way that it was in the beginning, don't lose that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and just like for that little part, like every interaction counts.
Yes.
You know, even the little things, we can celebrate the little things, but big things too.
Yeah.
It's like make time for each other.
So lò di every interaction counts. Même lè ou order in pour manger avec Mario, treat it the same as where ou mette rad sou pour aller dehors.
Oh, he's taking me out. Like, if you got money like that, he's taking me out to Toronto for the night. Like, whoa. Like, okay, make it a big deal about everything. Because then, like, the guys or the woman, whoever is planning the thing, they can tell, like, oh my gosh, it doesn't really matter. Like, if you ordering it and I'm acting like, oh, so say order and you can't even take me out. Like, you're making it a big deal, like a negative instead of positive.
Yeah.
So then the person is like, man, oh my gosh, you know what? Like, I'm not even going to bother
to do that anymore.
To do the little things because you always expecting grandiose.
Exactement.
You know?
By the way, gen les garçons qui disent bah moumou yo pas la dan. Moumou cut de moumou. Pas marié but hint hint. The guys tell me they don't like the mumu out
Florida, miel, I'm sure.
I'm not gonna mouiller.
Mouiller, oui, parce que I'm sure, m'a transpiré.
I can't. I'm gonna voyer de l'eau à trop fort. I'm sorry, Amanda, voyer de l'eau, m'ba mouiller moun. Anyways, cut de mumu.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, okay, you know what? Let's talk about this, you know? If your husband don't like mumu, wear that little lingerie, that little G-string.
Or go butt naked, anyways.
That's it. The wildlife.
We're living in the wild out here. But like we said, the date nights are important, and then every interaction counts. So make sure you don't minimize the little thing that your husband or your wife does for you. So if they can't buy you a bouquet and they just buy you one rose, don't take it lightly because they didn't bring the whole bouquet of
like
flowers.
12 roses.
Vous comprenez? So every interaction, every time you talk to your wife, make sure it's in a loving way. Every time you talk to your husband, make sure it's loving way, because every interaction you have with each other counts. It matters because it could go back. That's what builds up, and you know, it creates all these things that you have in your head. You holding grudges in your heart, and then later on things that you didn't think mattered because that one interaction. I remember, like, I was watching this show and this guy didn't have much money, and then when they first started dating, he got his wife one rose, but he did this whole thing. Takuli font scavenger hunt. Pour faire Madame Nevinjen rose. She had to look here, look there to come découvrir un bagay. Elle regardait where one rose. The girl started laughing. She thought it was funny. She said all of that for one rose. So she laughed so hard. But the guy was so hurt because he did.
That's all he had.
Yeah, and he wanted her to appreciate it so much. Because she did it, depuis après 10 ans après, she never bought her roses.
Wow.
And then the girl was later on, they fight, and then the girl was like, you never do anything special, you never bring me flowers. And he was like, you like flowers? He's like, do you know why I never bought you flowers? Because that first time I bought you that rose, you laughed at me so much, I was embarrassed. And it's like, so that's why when you say every interaction counts, it matters. It does matter because, like, just because she did that, Lee Scarlett for like her whole life, like his whole life, his whole relationship, he's scared to bring flowers now because he doesn't know how you're gonna react to it.
Exactly.
You know how you're gonna reject them. So apprécier pas by fake appreciation, but cherche un gens pour apprécier tout effort moun nan fait parce que c'est effort limité là-dedans pour go out of their way pour faire ça le faire pour. Okay?
All that back to like in marriage. I know on our daily lives we always thought like, okay, it's the guys. I don't know if you like see that, maybe because you're not married, but like in movies they show you like, come see, and the marriage to keep it alive, faut garçon fait ci, faut garçon like bring me out. But you know what, ladies, let's do it like an example that I had in my life. My mom, what she would do, she was like, if she couldn't go out because she was a single mother, not single mother, stay at home mom. What she would do is set the table and make like candlelight dinner and stuff. You make it spicy. Us two women, we have to be accountable and do those things too.
Yeah, you go to work, so take your mans out.
Yeah, take your mans out. You know, but babe, I'm taking you out on dinner.
You got money too. You got a paycheck coming in. It's not about getting your nails done and getting a wax. Take them out too. Do something for them too. Buy them gifts too, because that's your husband now. Mka kompren nou ka di pa vle fè sa pour a relationship or a boyfriend, whatever. Ou pa vle, I don't know, whatever the reason is. But that's your husband. So just like ou men mou chita sou high chair ou you waiting for him pou vini bo pied ou, make sure you're willing to bring it back down, because now the ladies are expecting all these things. Pou mari an cook avò, pou li clean avò, pour do all these things. Share the romance part as well.
Exactly. Tout pour apaiser tâche femme, non? But we never try to like apaiser tâche l'homme, non?
Exactly.
I don't know if you understand what I mean.
So we always out here telling that, oh, make it less for the women, make it less tiring for the women, like help us with the dishes, help us with the whatever, the traditional thing that people have been saying in the beginning, but we never see, now that we're doing it, nous tous les deux a fait même bagay. Yo non sens. Bring your spicy side out. Maybe you're even better than him at planning surprise dates. You know what I mean?
And it doesn't take it away from the initial action. Like, it's love. Like, it doesn't matter who plans it.
Exactly.
You know, as long as we get to do stuff together.
C'est nous deux ak pral fè anyways. Kelly plan ni, ke ou plan
side niggas, you're married. Like, yo, I don't know why we playing all these games, but okay.
Kelly plan ni, ke ou plan ni, c'est nous deux ak pral enjoy li. So you might as well just take the initiative as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And the last thing that I think that was a good thing is the touching, because showing affection and attention. I feel like after people get married, in the beginning that they were all so lovey-dovey, touching each other, hugging each other, all up on each other.
It's not even that. Like the sex, just the sex, girl. The first, I think everybody that's married that's listening to us, like for the first 3 months, that's all you do. But after the marriage, it dies down. Of course, reality. But you need to always have the touch, the kisses, all of that.
Mbaka pali de sa mandabzian, I can't relate.
No, but I'm telling you, it's reality. Like, you know, like.
But they always say that. They say once you're married, like people care about sex. Once you're married, it's not about that. You think is that good though? Is that a good thing?
No, sex is always healthy.
Yeah, but the fact that they say that once you're married, it doesn't matter anymore.
No, it does matter.
But mun toujou ap di, oh, you think it's all that now, but kite yo mariye pou we, after like 2 months, it's over. I don't think that's safe, and I don't think that's healthy.
Because that's when, I'm not even going to get into that, but that's when you get all this infidelity, people out here lurking elsewhere. Because it's like, this is your partner, okay? This is who you're doing life, you're supposed to do life with. So if you're not keeping it healthy, and you're not working to get better, because yeah, sex is sex, yes, but it's so important. It's such a focal point in a relationship, and sometimes, a lot of times, we neglect it.
What I would do, moi pas marié, but I gotta keep saying that. But what I think it would be fun is to dare your wife or your husband to do something crazy. I don't know if you ever play Truth or Dare, but like when I used to play with my friends, they would like dare us to go run outside like with no top, no bra, like run outside naked in the streets. I think it would be so fun for husbands and wives, like time to time, to literally plan that moment. Like, tankou, don't just come and voop, 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 have sex, but tankou, plan, like, anticipate the moment. Like, depuis na commencement, do little games, do truth or dares, do things like that, and then, like, dare your wife to run outside, like, in the dark, not in the morning. Go on vacation and dare her to run on the beach with no underwear on. You know, like, something crazy.
Yeah, keep it fun.
Do something new, something crazy together. And then it's like, especially if you have a wife that is shy or a husband that is shy, and for you to see them, like, taking that dare, and I feel like that would be so fun for a couple to do, like the things that we used to do when we were younger, like to still keep doing them because they're fun things. And then it's like you laugh about it and you get a great laugh, and then boom, 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 you do great sex, whatever. If you want, if you don't want, just the affection and the touching that was in the beginning. Because I saw that people were usually you're toujours together, they all up on each other. I remember you and Sammy used to always be recording video of you guys kissing, na boti bon paquet bagay. Yeah, no papa having sex on social media, but the affection and the love, and I see that it still stays. Non, sans Sammy ka passe la juste bon beau souffrant, and that's so important because if papa se marié, you already know she's yours, and then you just ignore it. Yeah, that is still important, even though if you're not getting it in 24/7, to still do these little affectionate stuff, because it's not only sex that's affection.
Yeah, and also like you said earlier, buy gifts. Get your little man a gift or your wife a gift. It doesn't have have to be a Rolex or a car, like how social media portrays it to us. Like, oh my gosh, she got me a new car or whatever. No, it could be like you said, a single rose or a bar of chocolate. Like, Madame Women chocolate, get her chocolate. She likes noodles, I don't know.
These little things that you used to do, like thoughtful things. They always say it's not the action that counts. Well, people say, what do people say?
It's not the action that counts.
Comment
c'est les pensées?
Non. They used to say something, c'est l'action qui compte, c'est le geste qui compte.
Yes.
But I don't agree with that. I agree with the thought behind the gesture that counts.
Really? I always thought it's the thoughts behind the...
No, because they always tell you it's not...
c'est l'action, yeah.
C'est pas ça moun nan fait à qui compte, c'est action le fait à qui compte.
Okay, the fact he took initiative.
Yeah, et tant que li throw you a party, even if you don't like the party, don't say, oh, whatever.
No.
But it's the fact that, well, play initiative pour party. I don't even do that. Like, I'm really asking people to go, like, think behind it. Think of what I would like. So don't just tell me it's the gesture that counts, but I want to see the thought behind the gesture. So yes, you're going to bring her a big bouquet of roses, but if you're really paying attention, you would see that she would really just want a bar of chocolate.
Exactly, because she might hate it.
Exactly. And not hate the roses, but ça a plus besoin d'un moment son petit chocolat ou un petit ice cream. Yes, roses are nice. Yes, that's what people have been doing for 10,000 years. But if you're really paying attention, if you're putting thought behind this thing that you're getting your wife when you're getting in, what about a bottle of ice cream for her because you just thought of it. So l'hotel, you're going to see that she's going to be so much more happy. And for your husband as well, he's going to be so much more happy because he's going to be like, you thought about me. You know, for example, I remember... the only couple that I knew that were really in love in my whole life.
Oh my gosh, Captain.
I'm so serious. In my whole life, the only marriage that I saw that did not fail, but the husband died anyways. So it was Sammy's dad. And then what he would always do, he would always bring patties. Le lave so travail, li pou ton pâté pour mommy. He would bring papita for us, but we were always so jealous of her because she had the big patty. And we were little peasants sitting here with the papita watching her watching. Yeah, and then she doesn't even give us in the patty. C'est donc c'est pâté maril poté pour lui. And he never fails. He always brings her something, and he always makes sure whatever he brings her is better than ours. So it's like, yeah, the kids get something too, little candy, little papita, whatever, peasants go in the corner and eat that. And she has a whole thing that everybody wants, you know, like she gets flowers too, but she would get patties because she know li konen reme pate sa. And it was so good because every day Monsieur never fails, always brings the lady something.
You see that? I love that because it's like, yes, he provided for his children because they are his children.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he made his wife the priority.
Yes.
Although, yes, he got something for the kids and the wife, but he made sure to show the kids, like, I love you guys too. That's why I got you this. But I love this
my
woman.
wife. Yeah,
like,
you know?
The reason y'all here is because of this woman.
You know what
understand?
I mean?
I love that.
So he used to be the one going to work, so I saw him do it. But I'm sure if mommy went to work too, she would have been doing the same thing. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing for a woman. You could do the same thing for your husband to make sure that your kids or people that are looking know that this is my king. You know, yeah, I love you peasants too, but this is my king. You made me say this word peasants so much.
Peasants to children, okay? Yeah, little peasants.
You that are looking around, yeah, I love you guys too, but this is mine. And I'm
because after the children, that's the true like cycle of life. Marriage, you get the children, you create them, and then after that,
they go away.
You go back to your whole marriage.
And you stuck back with that person. So if you weren't doing all these things from the beginning, if you weren't keeping that alive, if you weren't doing the work, when the children are gone, it's like, oh my God, I'm here back with this woman again. What are we supposed to talk about
and
now?
That's why a lot of marriage fails. A lot of people you see, they do 30 years, they raise all the kids because the focal focus was the children.
And it's so bad. I see women do that a lot. Mothers, as soon as the kid is born, they all about the baby and they ignore their husband. And then
they complain. Sad. They complain. They're like, man, he don't do this, you know.
He don't do that.
You're not giving him attention at all.
Because you're just focusing on that little peasant that come into your life.
This little thing that like you made this child out of love. This is love. This is the how could I say
the product
of your love, okay? I'm not saying like they're a little peasant, literally.
Yeah.
Like, they're your children. You alimenter, but at the same time, faut alimenter ça que t'es produit là. You understand?
Yeah.
Like, these two, you and your husband, your wife, you need to, like, take care of it. Because if you don't, it's just like basic natural order. It's like, if you don't take care of yourself, you fall sick, right? So you have to alimenter relationship là in order for us to go on forward to them.
Mon éval commence à venir koto pour marriage counseling. Oui, Amanda.
514-0000.
Oh my God. On parle big facts là.
No, but like, I see that so much now because I know personally a lot of families, they go 30 years. I'm not talking about to go like 40-year-olds getting divorced. I'm talking about 60, 70 getting divorced. And for what? Oh, I was never happy finally. I raised my kids. I did my job. Bye.
Yeah.
Basically, the parents a sperm donor.
Technically, reconcilié. Anyways, but ça n'a toujours dit, regardez mes anyways encore. Ça n'a toujours dit no too. One last point that I had, I think was good, is like to create something together.
And we don't mean children. Because I know y'all Haitians over here. So we have 5 kids, 7 kids.
Yeah, this is what we created together. No, you saw how the example I gave you of running outside naked, like you bring your wife on vacation and you dare her to run on the beach naked at night. I'm emphasizing at night.
Wink, wink. Y'all hear what Catherine giving y'all ideas? Yeah?
But it's like, if you dare her to do something crazy, that's a memory that you created with your wife.
Yes.
That's your little thing. You could be talking to people and be like, baby, remember the ha ha ha, and you start, that's your inside joke. That's you guys's.
Yes.
And it goes down to even recipe, I feel like.
Yeah, even if it's trash, yeah. Like sometimes I'm not the greatest cook. I know how to cook some. But like, sometimes you burn the rice or something like that. And then just because you're having fun and you eat it, and you're like, babe, you know what? That shit trash, right? But you know what? We're going to enjoy it.
And what's funny is because you did it together. So n'a toujours songe ti dire boule nous te fait tel dat lan ha ha ha. You laugh about it. That's a moment that you created
instead
together.
Of oh chérie, you food boule dia, you pas voir. Like you see how those two situations switch. Like you'll be like, oh, you know what, babe, this is a memory we could tell our grandchildren. Like it's okay.
You know what?
I have a perfect example. I wasn't married then, but I think I was engaged to Sammy or I was dating him, and I was cooking in grandma's kitchen and I was doing macaroni. And then, I don't know, I was start to do macaroni al dente. Like, it has to be, forget for me. But grandma was not having it. That junk had to be pat.
Okay.
Like, pat is pat for her. And then, mommy comes in and I'm crying because I'm emotional and they're always blaming me. Oh, this is why the food didn't come out right. The food is a mess. And then she's like, you know what? It's okay. This is a little come on, they got memories. Because she's like, this reminded me of me, like when I was cooking for my husband. Dans mettons piment, like ou vicoli et puis manger à gâter. And then she was telling me, she was crying et puis Marvin, it's okay, babe. It's okay, les choses c'est vrai, but like, I love the fact you made the food. And she was crying and was like, you know what, this is memories we could tell our grandchildren. Of course, sadly, you're pas là. But she told me the story. I was like, wow.
So now you always remember that macaroni pat that you gave to Sammy before you even married him.
That's what I'm telling you.
That was a hint pull pat même walk you down the aisle over tap good for the rest.
That wasn't me though. That was grandma. When mine is al dente, Google it. Like the Italian do pasta, but they were trying to say the macaroni. They mix up packet whoosh.
Yeah, when you're cooking with Haitians,
they always think, and that's another concept. If you're cooking, side note.
But like we said, memory together, you could create a recipe together as well. For example, if you're having Thanksgiving dinner, you could create a pie together. And instead of just following the instructions on the box, you could deviate and do your own thing and add your little nonsense to it, and it comes out trash, and you're like, it's gonna be your memory.
And sometimes it's not trash. Because I have another thing. I love taco. I love Mexican food, okay? And usually in my house, Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. And the way I do taco, it's like basically me and Sammy cook together all the time, of course. So the way we do taco, it's not the traditional taco.
Yeah.
It's like the Haitian version, the Brianville's tacos. Okay?
Yeah, you see,
So,
that's dope that you even have a name for it.
Yeah.
So like when you create all these things together, it keeps the thing 10 years later when the kids leave, you could be like, baby, you remember these Brianville tacos? You could even teach your children and it could become tradition.
Like a stamp in the household. Like, okay, do you see Tuesdays in the Brianvilles? Yeah, that's my last name. It's Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, or it's Brianville's taco.
Brocco Tuesday.
I don't know what that was. But that was our last tip for you guys into Tankupumzu, like the creating something together. So these are that's not all that's in marriage, but these are little things that we think might help the marriage. And the thing is, 10 years from now, 2 years from now, next year, 6 months from now, we might revisit this marriage episode and this relationship series and
go deeper.
Exactly. And with the tips that you guys will be giving us, we could even talk more about it and stuff like that. I don't know.
You said 10 years from now.
I don't know. Maybe the next time I come back with this, we talking about this relationship, I might be married. Who knows? Or not. Who knows? But I don't predict the future out here.
Another thing you forgot to mention.
What is it?
Marriage. You know how they always says like 2 halves make 1 whole? But in marriage, I feel like it's the complete opposite. Sorry.
Yeah, yo toujours abdou, c'est 50-50.
Yeah, c'est 100%. Fois 100% qui buy 100%.
Exactly. This is like a myth that we've been hearing so much, that it's the half of you and the other half of you that makes us whole. But that's not true.
That's true for a pie, but not
It's not true because we're human. Like when you're telling me to only give you 50% of you, what are you doing with the other 50%?
That's it. And I can't bring myself as a half because I'm a whole person now.
Exactly.
And Sammy can't bring himself half. So if I'm asking for him to hide half of him and I bring half of my stuff, it's like we're not complete. We're not our true authentic self.
Exactly. And the other half, you letting that open for Sammy to dictate for you what to do with that other half.
Mommy, papi, basically.
Exactly. The important thing about this is make sure that you're whole before you could find that other person that's equally yoked with you that is whole as well, for you guys to come together and make a bomb-ass family. Okay? Listen, when you're yourself completely, it works way better than when you're half of yourself broken and trying to figure out the other half. It's so much more work. So in the single phase, in the relationship phase, work on being your whole true you before you enter that marriage, because once you get married, it's not going to fix anything. Being married does not fix whatever that you had broken.
Marriage brings out.
Exactly. What marriage do is just brings it up to the surface.
That's it.
So do that work. Make sure you're whole. Don't listen to nobody that's telling you that it's 50%. Compromise 50% of yourself to make sure. No. When you're your whole self, whoever's compatible with you will be their whole self and it will work. If you have to give up 50% of yourself, you're not compatible with that person, walk out.
That's it. And don't compromise. Don't compromise. Like I'm talking about as a single. Of course, in marriage, sometimes you have to compromise for the greater good.
Compromise ki sa do? Mwen si problem avek ba compromise sa. Paske la nou di compromise. What I feel like with somebody that I'm compatible with, m'pa jam suppose, m'pa gen compromise mwen pral fè nan
Okay,
sens.
maybe I'm using the wrong word.
Okay. Paske le map compromise lan, what am I giving up nan compromise lan? Am I giving up my happy? Because I believe not la vie toujou gen ou bay sa m'pran sa, toujou gen sacrifice kap fè.
Yeah, but that's what we call compromise though. That sacrifice you talking about.
Li pa même. Parce que
you think?
No, parce que I feel like this. Maybe we gotta come back to this because I'm telling you, I feel like maybe
because that's what I was taught. Like compromise is that
my
sacrifice.
mom told me that too. My mom told me bon ti exemple. Et m'gon bagay m'ta prale puis m'invite un moun et puis moun nan marié et puis moun nan di m'gon sa mari moun nan di li ba ka ale ou bien parce ça qui passé et puis kounya moun nan di li ba ka ale encore. Et then moi di maman me dit comme ça, yeah, me comprendre ça. Nan mariage je suppose faire compromis parce que si ma ou pas d'accord ou faut comprendre que au marié kounya sorte kon fait longtemps yo pas ka fait yo kounya encore c'est for compromise that part of yourself. Moi comprendre, but I didn't like the way she said it. Et donc m'décide m'bral l'on côté, but parce que marié I'm not a person anymore.
Okay.
Vous comprenez? And I feel like let nous comprendre each other, these things don't come up. Because ou comprendre que m'son moun, ou comprendre que m'besoin go out. You have this understanding. So even that's why when my friends tell me all the time, oh, relationship communication is key, and I tell them, no, put understanding first. Because when you have understanding, then you could come to a good communication. But then again, they Googled communication to me, and they're telling me, oh, good communicating means understanding. And I'm like, you see, you have to put good communicating before they understand. No, just understand first. Then we could talk. Because ou ka pa même parler même parce que nous gon comprendre entre nous deux ya, on comprend nous. Ou ka pa même là même m'a font décision parce que nous comprenons each other. Ou pas là, nous pas parler de décision que fait là non. But le moment qu'on vient la caille, nous n'en même page parce que nous comprenons each other.
Okay.
Once I feel like I'm talking mad loud right now.
Kathleen's in the zone, yeah.
Yeah, like I need to stop, relax. But this is what I mean. So when we dit Lord dim compromise là, I don't really like that word.
Okay, we're gonna change this.
Maybe we're gonna do some research and find another word for it. Yeah. Because souvent l'entendre yo dim compromise, I always have to give up something that I really like.
Okay, I see what you mean. Like you have to sacrifice.
I always have to sacrifice a part of me for this to work.
Okay, so
I don't think it should be like that.
I'm gonna say this. Understanding, that's it.
Yes.
Understand? Yeah, that's it.
Parce que understand que si m'vin la caille, moi la gon radatea, oui, as a wife, you don't like clothes on the floor, and then
vice versa, as in
Okay. As a husband, you don't like seeing the clothes on the floor, okay? Yeah. And then understand that, oh my God, babe was tired today. Mm-hmm. That's why the clothes are on the floor. Yeah. That's where the understanding come from. Instead of coming to tell me, ou toujours ap kite radatea, so that's what I mean by this understanding. And lem du compromise là, comprendre que au lieu pour dire m'pas sorti en tant que dans exemple like earlier I told you the husband, I don't know if the husband said no, I don't know what happened, but the wife came back and told me they couldn't go because of the husband. Okay, so now like when you bring that up to me and I'm like I'm trying to figure out what happened as a husband, sous te comprendre ou tap comprendre my wife needs that time alone. My wife needs. So like comprendre entre deux moun yo, things flow so much more easier. So before we even get to the talking back and forth, say understand. I don't know if it works for anybody. I'm like really with the understanding person.
So it was a misunderstanding. Scratch out the compromise.
We don't know yet if you have to scratch it out. I didn't do all my
the way
research.
You explain it, my compromise was not like sacrificing the whole shebang, like because at the same time in the relationship or the marriage, you still yourself. I'm not gonna change myself because I'm married. Oh, I'm married now, I can't like ice cream.
Yeah,
you understand? I'm still myself, and because we got to this point where we're married to each other, you understood that I like ice cream. So I don't expect you to change me. And that's what I'm saying. Like maybe I didn't explain it correctly, the compromising thing, but I'm still myself, and you have to accept myself too.
So, but moi, vle comprendre, maybe we'll come back to the compromising because I really want to understand what the people tell me when they tell me that in marriage we must compromise. And in mariage, faut gen compromis. What does that mean? Because
they tell you like, okay.
That's really, really my question. Because I don't think it's fair. But I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, we'll come back to it then.
We'll do that. But
but like just to close, it's like none of these tips are one and done. It's it's not the end and all.
Yeah, they're not all there is to love because there's no like blueprint. If it's not love, if it's not God, there's no like blueprint to love or like a silver bullet to a love-filled marriage. There's no such thing, you know?
Yeah, and then it's like sticking to your goals and strengthening your marriage, because sometimes you can have high and low days in your marriage, but just remember that you're being with your true life partner and you make the best out of it.
Yeah,
you make the best. It's fun. I'm not here to tell you, oh my gosh, don't get married, because get married. Well, for the right reasons, because it's fun, especially when you do it with the right person, like the correct person. You're equally
the equally yoked thing, we use it so lightly, and that thing even comes in friendship. And equally yoked, we really need to understand what's going on with it, because somebody you're equally yoked with will not ask you to sacrifice any part of yourself.
That's it.
It would really align. You guys will not be thinking the same thing every day, but I'm telling you, it's literally like, you might not see eye to eye for everything, but we always have to be able to understand each other to agree to disagree. That's what I think equally being equally yoked means, and it's not only in relationship, it's in friendship as well.
Exactly.
And when they tell us that in church, they're always telling you, oh, si moun na Adventist ou pas Adventist,
That's
but it's
not only,
so much more than that.
Come on, man.
Okay, it's so much more, it's so much deeper. So do your research on equally yoked.
You know what? We probably dozing in the bonus track. So tune in.
Yeah, we'll probably finish continuing this because I'm getting signal that I'm talking too much here. So
moderator, ap coupe nou men. Sami.
So all we have to tell you guys today is,
you know, bye.
Go kiss your spouse, go kiss your wife, and go kiss your husband.
Hug up on your man, your wife, and you know, keep the love alive.
That's it. Cut. And this has been
What the Talk. What the talk, what the talk. What the talk, what the talk, what the talk.